Joined by Martin Biron. Marty, Sweden has unveiled its roster for the Four Nations face-off. William Nylander leads the team up front. He represented the senior team twice, 32 points in 18 games, won an MVP, a gold medal at the 2017 Worlds. He's joined by other stars, Elias Pettersson, Philip Forsberg, Mika Zibanejad, Elias Lindholm. So, Marty, how do you like the Swedes up front?
Well, I think they're pretty stacked, right? And the Swedes have always been kind of sneaky good up front with the Matt Sundin and the Sedins and the Peter Forsberg. And there's always been a lot of firepower there, especially when you put them all together. And they know their systems. They can read off of one another and they play well as a group. So, yeah, I look at, Jesper Bratt. Like, this is one that can come in and really have a significant impact offensively in a short-term tournament. Well, Nylander is definitely one that I look at. I look at Elias Pettersson. Can he get hot? Forsberg, same thing. So I think offensively, now the Swedes are not at the same level as Team Canada and Team USA, but in a short tournament, they can surprise and have just enough firepower to scramble things up. And I'm really looking forward to see how they look on the ice.
What about their back end? The Swedes have got some pretty impressive talent there. The list includes Rasmus Dahlin, Mattias Ekholm, Victor Hedman, Jonas Brodin. What stands out to you about their blue line, Marty?
Well, I think that they're big. I mean, Hedman and Dahlin are pretty solid physically, right? And they can play multiple games. Like, Dahlin can be asked to play defensively. Hedman can be asked to play defensively. And then if you need some offense, you can put it all together. Ekholm's the same way. Ekholm is used to playing with really, really high-end talent like Evan Bouchard. But if you want Ekholm to just stay back and be a stay-at-home defenseman, he can also do it. So I really like the size at the blue line when it comes to Sweden. And again, that has been a pivotal point with all the Swedish teams that have had success, right? You've got the sneaky offense and you've got the strong sized defenseman that can manage, all aspects of the game. So I'm really impressed with the way that this roster comes together. Let's not forget, there's only 67 Swedish skaters in the NHL, and they had to pick, 20 skaters for that tournament. So a third of their skaters are there, and they're able to put that high quality of a roster. I'm impressed with Sweden.
Listen, their former coach, Johan Garpenlov, said the team should not have taken Erik Karlsson because he could become a defensive liability. What do you think? Is Karlsson worth the risk in this tournament, Marty?
I think he's worth the risk. Listen, he's still putting up points and assists, right? And offensively, he can be a difference maker, especially when you play with high-end players like what Sweden is going to put on the ice. But obviously, you're not going to ask Erik Karlsson to be top pair defenseman, to be a shutdown defenseman, to play against the other team's best lines. Despite the fact that it is a Four Nations tournament, every line is an NHL best line, but still, you can surround Erik Karlsson, you can help him, put him in better situation, use him on the power play, or not use him at all. You got 7 defensemen named to the roster, so maybe he comes in as number 7 and doesn't see much ice, but I think he's still a chance that you should take for Team Sweden and bring Erik Karlsson and hope that maybe he's, a point a game and all assist in the tournament and he makes a difference offensively.
All right, Marty, here it is. Let's get to the goalies now. The Swedes have got Markstrom, Gustafsson, and Ullmark. Who do you think starts for them?
Well, if it was just me, I'd start Gustafsson. I think he's had the best season out of anybody. I think they will go with Jacob Markstrom, though, but it's still in February, so a lot can happen until then. But Markstrom, with the New Jersey Devils this year has had a lot of success. Linus Ullmark with Ottawa, just a little bit, not as good in the rhythm, and the numbers are not quite there to say, oh, yeah, we're picking Ullmark. And so I'm kind of looking between Markstrom and Gustafsson. And I think Markstrom has the experience. Markstrom is, the older. He's big. He's used to facing top end, talent. I think Gustafsson is a great story and could come in if all of a sudden Markstrom doesn't play well. But if the tournament started this week, I'd have Markstrom 1, Gustafsson 2, and potentially Ullmark 3. But it's still a really good trio to have in net for Sweden.
All right, big picture now. How do you like the overall roster? Where do you think they rank amongst the 4 teams going to the tournament, Marty?
I'm going to put him at number 3, but with a very small asterisk that this is the team, in my opinion, that can really shake things up, that can surprise a team and slide into the final. And then all of a sudden you have to play against Sweden that can, really wear you down. And they can be physical and they can be good offensively. They have the strong defense that can wear you down. So, look, do I put him in my favorite? To be in the top 2? No, but if there was a long shot that I think can win it all, I would think Sweden would be that long shot that can go and not just make it to the final, but win a Four Nations face-off gold medal, if we can call it a gold medal.
Bold prediction from Martin Biron. For the record, FanDuel has the Swedes at third at plus 490 to win the tournament.